after England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremule, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands. But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise. England would not be ruled by a woman. Matilda's cousin Stephen saw his chance and claimed the throne. The crisis moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king, but Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln. Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change. Matilda's half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day. Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army. Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
Postura! Evoluzioniara!
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Men of armies, we're then verende ute.
With more of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege. Robert's men decimated King Stephen's reinforcements and were poised to break the siege. Continuing the push towards Lincoln, Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard. To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Al-Suitha, yes, sir. Foliende hestas. Ikanadu. Subathe heta.
Ich habe found the foe! Der Feind des Pirates opponent!
Take to it now!
to Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster Robert's army.
Vendors, he said it will be!
With a seatbelt for actors.
With the market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle.
Hestes cometh.
Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Freckes haken. Nu Hestes.
Nu, Tulkes, settet jou. At mina woorden genieten, standende jaar. Alles with it. Ut readeth, thou Athel Tulkes. Keepeth good fettle, Knitas. Let us read it, Knitas. Ich live to hear it. For arneth Mester Athel, Knitas. For livende to Athel Knitas, ja!
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers.
Hestes cometh.
Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege.
Athel Knitas, ja! Fort Wartes and Berisha, Knitas. It's living to hear it! Alle Twitter! Today is number now!
Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege.
Certes. Fort Warde Freckes, mit Baldenes. Ich shall lede jou. Ut readeth nu, Tulkes. Ich shall lede jou. Fort Warde Freckes, mit Baldenes. At mina word, Fereth. Dute is none borden. Dute is none borden. Andente to serve.
Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates.
Foliende Hestes.
If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army.
Vendors, he said it will be!
Robert's forces scattered the king's army, leaving the gates to the castle unguarded. Robert's men finally united with Lincoln's garrison. They could now use the castle to strengthen their army. To lift the siege, they needed to destroy the enemy camps surrounding the castle.
See fate to work.
Hearken at honor. Kick out to Delven. right to know.
Look at you be ready, Freckis.
Fuse tolka, sua se heta. Freckes haken,
Sjappa doppe,
glidande ner hurteth.
no one never down. Arita, what needeth working? Fresh air and hard as sweet.
See thee to work, eh? Ikke happy that he building a knob.
Nu, Tulkes, seteth jou, Obesius is Arne Athu.
You're ready to done some work. Churles sweeper. Ikke brookie that. What needeth they undone? Fresh air and hard as sweeper. Delphende is mean lead.
It is Sether for Actus. And mean a word. Get thee ready for Hestes. Look at jou be thee ready, Freckis. Ut readeth nu, Tulkes. Nu, Tulkes, setteth jou, vi shall lede jou. It is Sether for Actor, Andente to servant. Each live to hear it. Ad mina worda fereth. Certes. Vi shall lede jou. Alles with it. Forth war de Freckis, mid Balvenes. Down,
Matilda's forces struck hard, destroying one of King Stephen's siege camps.
It is Sitha for act, und redet nu, Tortus. Nu, Tulkes, sättet ja. Tuje is nanborden. Und redet nu, Tulkes.
King Stephen was spotted, shielded by his men. To end the siege, Matilda's forces needed to capture Stephen and rout his army. Matilda's men closed in and finally captured King Stephen.
Fortwarde, Freckes, mit Baldenes! Ich liebe zu hören! Ich shall lede ja. Certes. Knittes, in den Tag! Knittes, stand in der Yard! And then to servant!
King Stephen's army dwindled as Matilda's forces struck down another siege camp. The king's army was scattered, and those who didn't fall fled. Matilda's forces had won the battle at Lincoln. But the fight for the crown was not over yet. A counterweight trebuchet was the king of all siege engines. A catapult capable of smashing down castle walls from great distances. At Warwick Castle in England, they've built a replica, one of the largest in the world. Originating in 7th century China, by the 13th century, trebuchets had evolved into devastatingly powerful weapons.
Such a simple design, but so effective.
It has several key features. A pivoted arm with a weight at one end, and a sling to hold the projectile at the other. To prime, the 6-ton weight is raised using tread wheels.
So this is one of the wheels, one of two that's attached to an axle, which would lift the counterweight, weighing 6 tons. It's based on muscle power alone. What's essential about launching a projectile as far as possible is making sure that this end of the arm is moving as fast as possible. So once that weight drops, it really sends this point of the arm moving at its highest velocity.
This was done by positioning the pivot close to the counterweight and by launching the projectile from a sling. When released, the sling whips round, vastly increasing the launch speed. Trebuchets were carefully aimed, like modern guns.
In order to weaken the castle walls or even breach them, you had to make sure that the projectiles hit the same spot every single time.
For each projectile to follow the same trajectory, they all had to be the same weight and shape. To achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Now I'm going to load this projectile into the sling. Oh, this one must weigh about 25 kilograms, but some projectiles can get up to 150 kilograms. That's the weight of 2 men.
Trebuchets were also used to throw burning tar, beehives, even dead bodies. Anything to cause maximum distress to the enemy.
Did you hear that whoosh?
It was the counterweight trebuchet's lethal combination of power and accuracy that made it the ultimate medieval siege weapon.